you have to do two things that are extremely annoying. One, you have to be honest, and it hurts. I'm talking about not lying to yourself. The second annoying thing, you have to be repetitive because you have to be consistent. And it sucks. It's annoying to have to do the same thing over and over again in order to peel each layer of awareness in order to make what? Life easy, not dis-easy.
Your mission is to empower over 1 billion people. And now that is such a selfless yet transformational mission. It gives me chills as I'm talking about it. What is happiness to you?
It's so good because it gave me chills when I thought of it. It actually came through me and was inspired by it. For me, happiness is the ability to enjoy. In other words, to learn to love is to enjoy. It's an experience, it's a feeling when we have learned to love something. Remember, all things have a perspective to it. It's an illusion. We all put and participate in a perception. So we want to enjoy by learning to love anything every day without quit in the pursuit of our truth, our potential. So in other words, learn to love what you do, say, think, feel, and believe. Learn to love what you do, say, think, feel, and believe of the things you don't like to do today, of the things you don't love to do today, of the things other people tell you can't do today, other people tell you they don't like or they don't love. Learn to love by doing, saying, thinking, feeling, and believing in a divine direction, allowing for divine time, consistently every day, persistently without quit, in the pursuit of your truth, your potential. I promise you one thing, life will tell you all its secrets. That's how you get the cheat codes. That's how you level up. Yes, if you learn to love what you do, you won't work a day in your life. You know why? Because life is easy, not dis-easy, because you have all the cheat codes. I suck at Fortnite, but if you gave me all the cheat codes, I'd kick your ass.
Yeah. 100%.
And that's what I do in life.
100%. So I want to go back to the very beginning. I've listened to a lot of your content, a lot of your interviews, and just learning the competitive household that you grew up in, right?
Academically competitive, not athletically.
Right, academically competitive. How important was your environment growing up in shaping your success and who you are?
Well, I think there's several things that are important, and one is environment. Surrounding yourself with the right people and the right ideas, and that was at a very high level growing up. I was surrounding myself with the right people like my mom, my grandparents, my siblings, who had extraordinary ideas. But you also have your genetic and energetic inheritance. And I have, like most people on earth, struggled to identify the clues, patterns, and choices that I've made that are inherent in my quantum being that had nothing to do with the people or ideas that I was blessed to be around. So scarcity, genetically, energetically. I'm an overseller, a back-end seller, even a liar, a cheater, and a manipulator, genetically. So all of the fearful traumas that existed in my childhood, but probably beyond my childhood, if you believe like I do, in past lives, that I have inherited genetically and energetically, that's the environment in its totality that has allowed me to find the light, the love, and the lessons in everything I do consistently, persistently, in the pursuit of my truth, my potential.
Seeing a lot of success in your entrepreneurial journey early on. Failures, successes. What did it feel like to make your first $1 million?
It may have been one of the greatest days of my life because I didn't know what I didn't know. When you really want something and you get it, it feels really good. But what I also have learned in the long run, that those great joys, those great accomplishments, they don't last long. What really has lasted in my life is the remembrance, the reconciliation, the recollection of what it took to get that first million. That's what I really enjoy today. But I will tell you honestly, because when I made that first million, that was my dream, because I could buy my mom a house and a car, and there was a little bit left over for me as well to pay off my law loans. And so unfortunately, it took me a long time to learn that that great joy, one of the best days of my life, was not sustainable. And what was sustainable was the enjoyment of the consistent, persistent pursuit of that $1 million that still sticks with me today, and I utilize to make even more money, help even more people, and have more fun than that one day that I still will tell you is one of the greatest days of my life.
One of the greatest, most profound teachings was from a wise old man, and it was humility is a key to success. And I seeing and meeting you in the flesh and just seeing how much humility has played a role in your life. What can you say about, how humility has helped you?
So humility is annoying. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. And it's annoying to yourself, because if you want to be humble, you have to do two things that are extremely annoying. One, you have to be honest. And it hurts. It hurts to be honest to yourself. I'm not talking about being hard on yourself. I'm talking about not lying to yourself. The second annoying thing is you have to be repetitive, because you have to be consistent. And it sucks. It's annoying to have to do the same thing over and over again in order to peel each layer of awareness in order to make life easy, not dis-easy. And so for me, I embrace annoying, and not only annoying for myself, but for my family, my friends, my associates, for interviews. I'm annoying. Why? Because I tell the truth as much as I can. I'm human, so I lie and interfere with it at times, but just for minutes and moments, not for days, weeks, months, and years. But I also am as repetitive as F. And that annoys people. But the reason I'm repetitive is I know the only way to get you and me to where we want to be, or better, is to continue to repeat consistently the data that's necessary in order to help us accelerate towards where we want to be, aggregate those people involved to get us there, and give us exponentiality of outcomes in order to learn the lessons, find the light, and find the love in everything we do.
There's a lot of people nowadays, right? Seeing other big role models as yourself that want to start entrepreneurship, that want to take a leap on that new venture. That they may want to start a new business, start a new company, whatever it is. How do they get started?
Well, a few ways. One, you find someone that's already there and ask them for help. And then two, determinative upon your own day, make sure that you allot the dependent variable of all matter called time. So if you want to get something started, lower the bar and give it a minimum amount of time every day that you are going to pursue your potential of that activity, that job, that business, subject matter, topic, or expertise. And so within the context of asking for help, use time as your dependent variable, and then each day go and make sure that you're giving a minimum of 10 minutes, a minimum of an hour, a minimum of 2 hours. And that is for anyone that wants to build side hustles, or they want to explore new experiences, personal relationships, they want to give more or receive more. Use time as a dependent variable in order to effectuate anything new in your life. But you got to do it every day, because if you do it every day, you're taking advantage of the physics of time and of attention, which is that you get an aggregate in an exponentiality by doing something every day. Whether you use multiplication or exponentiality, meaning if you do 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 as it aggregates, times 0, you end up at 0 if you don't do it every day. Exponentially, if it's x to the first, x to the second, x to the third, right, x to the fourth, x to the zeros back to 1. So I'm not an off the grid guy at all. Not for the non-negotiables, not for what's most important for you. I believe that you have a zeroing effect that is not utilizing the conscious continuum or physics, quantum physics, or metaphysics if you're not consistent in what you do.